Hello, everybody. I am Andrea Davis. Good morning. I'm the lead game designer of Gods Unchained, and I'm here to lead the hype train as we go through some of the new features of the .22 client. We've got a couple of updates today. The Trial of the Gods expansion set is not going on sale today, just to get that out of the way, because I know there was some confusion about what surprises we could be talking about. So it's not that, but we do have some nifty surprises near the end of the stream. We've got some new boards, we've got some really interesting, important technical things, and I'm running the stream solo today, so we'll see how that goes. Let's talk a little bit about the new boards we've got happening. So our existing temple board is going to be retired in the upcoming release. However, we are replacing it with not one, but two new boards that everyone is going to get for free. And one of them you've already seen. That's the Midnight Temple board. It's the darker theme for it. But we have a new board coming out that you may have seen a little bit about. It's called the Arena board. The Arena board has a darker theme to it. And this lets us show off our new lighting and VFX system that we've been incorporating in bits and pieces. And importantly, it really makes the cards pop. There are a lot of little technical changes happening here, and one of them is if we disconnect. So I'm not going to disconnect to show you, but trust me, if I did, I could connect back in, if I did it quickly enough, and I'd still be able to use my God Power, and I'd still have all of my Mulligan Delve charges. So you'll notice here that the place where the trinkets go look like a a favored seat. You could picture whatever you'd like there, and when there's nothing there, it's not quite as big and jarring as the temple board with the huge little circle. So here, this is our new timer bar, and you can see the river, and you can see it's got a new VFX into it. Our entire VFX team have been doing a great job. You can even see here when the arrow is actually hiding a little bit behind in the board, how this little spire here kind of sticks up over it. There are a few parts of the board design that I also want to point out. So the trinket, like I said, the trinket placement, it's not quite as in your face, but if there were a trinket here, you'd see it nice. My hand is covering ours, but that's pretty standard. The mood lighting, look at the soft glow you're getting out of the fires underneath here, right? And this board is asymmetric. Look at how I've got the lighting over here, and we see at the top of the screen seating. For the fans that could show up to see this epic battle. Yeah, the frame rate is high. So one of the things that Trav and the rest of the people have been really doing is we've been optimizing repeatedly. We've been getting better with our polygon counts, and the whole VFX system is taking advantage of some of the new things that my understanding is some of the new things that Unity has been the Unity upgrades has been providing. So there are a couple of other new features in the game. They are gameplay changes. You're not going to see them happen in this game because to get to them would require a lot of boring sitting around waiting for them to happen, but they are really important. So the first one is overdraw. So right now there's a maximum hand size of I used to remember this off the top of my head. It's a maximum hand size of 8, is it? But whatever it is, if you draw too many cards, what happens is the card is shown to both players, and then it is obliterated. So currently, if you have a handful of cards and you would draw a card, you just don't. Now what's going to happen is you will draw a card, but it won't ever go into your hand. It'll just be obliterated instead. There's another somewhat related change, and this is a change to fatigue, also known as the game has to end at some point. So right now, our fatigue rules are very complicated, and basically, if your deck is empty, you start getting mana locks and you get mana locks every turn, and then once all of your mana is locked, then you lose the game. It's very unintuitive, even though it does work. The new rules for Fatigue is if your deck is empty at the end of the turn. Oh, that's bad. Oh, well, this game's gonna end pretty quickly now, isn't it? At the end of the turn, you will take damage equal to the amount of unspent mana. So, for instance, let's say that James was about to end his turn instead of end my face, and he ended with 1 mana, unspent, he would take 1 damage.
Looks promising.
So, over time, you know, as you're taking more and more damage, that will bring an end to the game for sure. The last rule change, it's not actually rules change, it's an engine enhancement. James and the flow grafting team have done a lot of work to make this happen. And that is the introduction of what we're calling the cleanup step. So let me walk through some of the cleanup step and why it is the way it is. So it's basically a specific section of the game logic. I need to tap over there so you can see the game. It handles cleaning up of cards after they've been cast or destroyed. So without getting too deep into the code, you know, we're gonna have we're gonna get into this in our release notes, and then there's gonna be a blog post. This hand is lovely. Keep those. So what it does is there's an order about how everything goes. So soulless cards will move to the obliterated zone, then cards that have been destroyed go to the void, then it resets the health and durability of cards that were just put in the void, etc., etc. The full exact breakdown for the people that care the very most about the finite details of the rules of our game, we'll be getting that up in the release notes with all of the breakdown about that.
Good luck.
There is one really important change that matters for everybody that plays, not just for the people that care about the hardcore nitpicky details. And that is what happens if the game would end in a tie. So right now, it's very difficult, but it is actually possible for both gods to be reduced to 0 health at the same time. And how that is handled currently is not quite random, but it doesn't make any sense unless you know a lot of things that you shouldn't have to worry about. So it's close enough to random that we've decided to change it. So what's going to happen is this. If both gods are at 0 health, the player whose turn it is wins the game. It's as simple as that. With the lore, we've been having this great story that I've had a little bit to do with, and narrative consultant Kelly Diggs has really just given us a lift on the story that we're telling and how that we're telling it. And that story, the first arc of it, is coming to a close. So the final chapter of the current narrative arc is going to be posted very soon. It's chapter 8, and I have a little preview right here. And here we see our 6 champions entering the grand arena. There have been some references to this place in our lore at the beginning of this cycle, and now we're gonna get there, and then things will begin. So I can't wait. This is actually this is a card in the expansion. It's called Enter the Arena, and it's pretty great. It's one of the neutral spells in the set, something that we haven't done before. So I'm looking forward to seeing what impact that this has in the game when we shake the meta up once again. The story will go live soon. TM the 0.22 release will also go live once we've made absolutely sure that we're happy. It's more important that there we crush all the last minute bugs than it is for us to release fast. This is Andrea signing off, and we really appreciate you spending time with us. This is the most unpredictable time I could have ever guessed, and being able to stay and play is a great bit of time, and I'm glad we could do it together. All right, thanks for watching. Take care.